Hello guys, good morning to everyone. My name is Thales. You are watching my channel dedicated to English language. This is an intermediate advanced video, right? Which is available for you to watch in my playlist. We have two playlists on my channel. One is intermediate advanced and the other one is basic. This series, intermediate advanced, is entirely in English, so that if you prefer, you can watch the other series, which is dedicated to beginners or people who are starting to learn the language. Of course, the approach is a little different, right? The topics we cover in this series are much more complex than the ones covered in the basic level. So, without further ado, let's talk about today's topic. We will talk about adjectives and prepositions, okay? My blackboard is not here yet. Okay, now it's already here. This is my blackboard, okay? I don't have a blackboard in my house, so I use a notebook to keep track of what we are studying. So, as I mentioned, adjectives plus prepositions are very common combination. We have these very often, but now we are talking specifically about the preposition too, okay? Let's check some examples and then explain some of the rules we can have, okay? Well, it's possible that we check some of the rules, some examples, how to use them. Okay. Let me see. It's easy to understand English. Or it's easy to learn English. Do you think it's easy to learn English? It's very easy. Of course, it requires some time, but you will get the hang of it. So it's easy to. I'm using preposition here, right? Do you think it's safe to go out now? Here we have two different sentences, right? Two different parts of a sentence. The whole sentence has two main verbs, think and go out. Do you think is simple present, right? Or present simple. We use the auxiliary verb do. And here we have the other part of the sentence, which is not a question, but it's part of the question. Do you think this? Right? It's part of the sentence, but as we already use the auxiliary verb here, it's not required to change the word order here. Do you think it's safe to go out now? Safe to go out. So it's very common to use this combination, right? This test was impossible to take. This test was impossible to take. It's impossible to take this test. It's too difficult. You know, it's too difficult. Sometimes you take a test that is very difficult, and so you say, "Oh, it was impossible to take. I left it undone. I didn't do anything about it." Bob is an interesting business man to talk to. Okay? I will explain something before we delve into this sentence specifically. This test was impossible to take. Okay, so I use preposition to. You see, after preposition, we have in general a verb, right? A verb in the infinitive form. It's easy to learn, it's easy to understand, safe to go out, impossible to take, and so forth. So that's it. Was simple present or past tense. This is past tense of the verb to be. It's too difficult. When you want to emphasize that a task is not only difficult, but it's too difficult, you use this, how can I say, it's like an adverb, right? Which intensifies the meaning of the adjective. In the sentence below here, Bob is an interesting businessman to talk to. Here, interesting is an adjective that follows the noun businessman, right? It's different when you say, for example, he is interesting to talk to. It's different, okay? Here we have an adjective following a noun, right? Businessman, a noun. And here we have interesting following directly the preposition, then you have a verb, okay? Why do I have to end this sentence with preposition to? Because when you talk to someone. And so you have to end the sentence using a preposition. It's a very common mistake in English. Sometimes if you're not careful enough, you make this mistake. This video game, I love video games, you know, is too expensive to buy at launch. When you launch a console, right, we say that they are the early adopters. The early adopters are people who buy the consoles at launch. For example, we will have next month the release, the launch of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and Series S. So it's gonna be expensive, at least for Brazilians. Perhaps for Americans and other parts of the world, it's not too expensive. But for us, it's expensive. But I always buy video games at launch. I like to buy them at launch. So I will have to buy, to pay extra. So first, this video game is too expensive. Too intensifies the meaning of the adjective expensive, to buy at launch. After the adjective expensive, we have preposition, then verb. So if you pay attention, the combination that we are talking about in this lesson is adjective plus to plus verb, okay? It's nice of you to come here. He's a nice person. He's nice. Let me see how I can build this sentence. He's nice to talk to. The same example I gave here. He's interesting to talk to. I can use he's nice to talk to. Adjective, preposition, and verb. And as I mentioned, we have another preposition here. But it's nice of you to come here. This is another way of building sentences It's nice of you to come here. You see? But the preposition to is not following the adjective. No, it's not following the adjective directly. I will have to think of other examples, but it's nice of you to do something. It's nice of somebody to do something is very common expression to use, okay? Let's check more examples. This computer program, or this computer, I guess, software is better. This computer software is very easy to use. Very used to manage, very easy to use. So you see, easy is an adjective, to is a preposition, and the use or manage or other verb you can use is a verb. So the sequence adjective, preposition, and verb is what we are talking about. So we have it here. I love computer programs which are easy to use, right? This door is difficult to open. There's something wrong with this door. It's unlocked, but the door won't budge, right? There's something preventing the door from being opened. So this door is difficult to open. Adjective, preposition, and verb, okay? It's expensive to keep a mansion organized, a mansion clean. It's expensive to keep a mansion clean. You live in a big house, a mansion, right? Or some houses which are bigger. You can't keep it clean by yourself. So it's expensive to keep. Adjective, preposition, verb. In my case, I live in a smaller apartment, so it's very easy to keep it clean, right? If I take 15 minutes of my day, I can mop the whole house, right? With a piece of cloth and water. It's very easy to clean. But on the other hand, keeping here, for example, these action figures clean is very hard because I have to take all of them and clean. Yes, it's not easy to keep it them clean, okay? Okay, people, we haven't finished this topic here. We have much to cover, but I will do it in the next video, okay? So I hope you enjoyed my video, and let's keep track of this topic because it's very interesting to study. Interesting to study. You see? Adjective, preposition, and verb. Okay, people, subscribe to the channel, hit notification bell, and give a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, okay? Bye-bye.